Hey folks, it's David Bear, bearonmarketing.com. And for those of you who have been reading or following me recently, you know that I have been focusing more of my time and attention on personal and professional growth. I have for years been really good at what I do, technically, that is. But I have not really made the effort, the time, or understood how important it's been to focus on my own growth, my own development, my own education. And the funny thing is, you know, when I was in school, all those many years ago, I loved being a student. I loved learning, and to this day, I don't really read fiction books. I read nonfiction books, and I read a lot about the news, stuff in the news, newspapers, and because I'm interested in learning. But curiously, I've not really, been interested in developing myself or my business as is so necessary and as has been proven by so many successful entrepreneurs. And that's until recently. So several months ago, I decided I'm dedicating myself to, to spending time picking up a book, listening to audios, really developing my mind and my mindset in a way that is going to help improve me as an entrepreneur. I'm great technically, but I need more help in being more dedicated as a successful entrepreneur. And that's really my goal over this coming year. So in this process, I came across a book that I'm reading right now called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. He's a guy who, has made a lot of money in his life and now spends time going around the country, probably internationally, who knows, lecturing on how other people can follow some of the formulas that he's revealed and benefit from this ideology in developing themselves both as entrepreneurs and as financial successes. And one of the things that I came across as I've been reading his material is a very, very simple idea, but a brilliant idea. And as I always say, some of the smartest things are the simplest things in life. He has a method he calls the jar method. And basically the jar method refers to, okay, you have a bunch of jars, line up, and when you get money in, right, distribute it accordingly to the various jars in a percentage that's appropriate to various different accounts, we'll call them. So here's the breakdown of the jar method. First thing is, you make money and you have to pay for necessities in life. And so necessities like food, like clothing, like shelter, those things that you absolutely have to pay for. Taxes is another thing. Make sure that you dedicate a certain amount of your proceeds into that jar. He's recommending 55%, but as you'll see over time, the idea is that you're dedicating less and less of the overall percentage to that necessities account because ultimately you're making more money, and those are often fixed costs, and so they're hopefully not going to stay at that 55% as your income increases. Second number is the financial freedom account at 10%. Financial freedom ultimately is what anybody who is an entrepreneur has as their vision, as their goal. Okay, I want to be able to live the following lifestyle, and I'm sure that you have a set of things that you are working toward. Right, so whatever that financial freedom goal is, whether it's living next to the ocean on a beach, doing your work from a laptop, an hour and a half a day, or it's traveling the world, or it's being able to dine out in all the greatest restaurants in the world, or go skiing every day, or whatever it may be. We all have these financial freedom goals in life, and so you want to make sure that you dedicate money toward that goal. So 10% toward the financial freedom account. Now, the next one is the thing that I have been missing for so many years, and it's the education account. It's spending 10% of your profits, of your proceeds, on furthering your development, furthering your growth, furthering your education, whether it's books, it's seminars, it's online courses, better development of yourself individually will help you grow both personally and grow your business. And so there's 10% dedicated to the education account. Then there's a long-term savings account. Those things that are, not minor purchases like the necessities, but major purchases, and you want to be able to save for them. And those are things like, maybe a new car, maybe a major vacation, something along those lines that are not simply everyday necessities, but something that you want to work toward. And so a long-term savings and spending account is another 10%. Then there's the play account. Now, a lot of people love to play. A lot of people love to go out to concerts, go out to dinner, go out to have whatever recreational fun you like to do. And so the idea is that for a well-balanced life, which is what I think so many of us are aiming toward, finding the resources to do this can often be a little bit challenging. Well, what if we put aside 10% of those proceeds every month toward play? All right, we have a budget for it, and this is the important part, we actually make sure that we do it, because I think it's a healthy part of balancing our lives. And then finally, there's 5% left over in this formula, and 5% that's remaining is dedicated to giving back. This is the give account. For somebody who is developing themselves and their business, we owe it to our community and to others who need the assistance to share our proceeds, to share our time, to share our knowledge, and dedicating 5%, whether it's helping a community garden grow, whether it's investing in early childhood education, whether it's supporting your religious institution, whatever it may be. Being a part of a community, supporting an organization, supporting a cause, is another way that you help yourself grow, because it positions you mentally to not simply be all about yourself, but also about giving back. And one of the things that I appreciate most about the organization that I'm a part of, Empower Network, and my team, the Prosperity Team, is how many people in this community give back. They give back to me as another team member, as another community member, through sharing education. But they also give back. I know a lot of people who are, very much attached to their church, or very much attached to a community organization, or who go on missions to help communities elsewhere in the world that may be in need of resources, like irrigation and water to help farmers, those sorts of things. And so much of what I see makes me feel so good about the community I'm a part of here at the Empower Network. And I love the idea of making sure that when I have resources, when I have knowledge, when I have time to be able to give to others, that I do. And so that's the breakdown of the JAR method. I love the concept. It's something that I'm going to be instigating in my life right away, because I think there's so much terrific value here. So again, just go over these again. The necessity account, the financial freedom account, that's what we're all here for. The education account, which I cannot speak highly enough about investing in yourself and your own education, because if you don't grow, your business is not going to grow. Long-term savings, because we want to be able to splurge when we want to splurge, and that play account, which is not about splurging, but it's about balance in life. And finally, the give account, and I think I've spoken enough about that. So that is my lesson for the day. This JAR method, it's a fabulous idea. It's a simple idea, but it's a very, very powerful idea, and something that I hope you will find a way to embrace in your life and in your business as well. So hey, this has been David Bear on marketing, with a little bit of valuable information today. I hope you've liked it. If you did, I'd love you to share this with others, and I'd appreciate your comments as well. And that's about it. So you have a super day, and thanks for watching.